Irut's obsession had become a dangerous rhythm. He monitored Jennifer's every move, but now he knew the city itself could betray him. Cameras, bystanders, the random collision of people, all potential exposure points. And yet, the thrill of orchestrating encounters, of bending chance to his will, was intoxicating. One rainy evening, he tailing Jennifer to a late-night cafe, the streets slick with reflections of neon lights. He kept a safe distance, careful, precise, but then a shadow detached itself from the alleyway. Footsteps echoed, deliberate, echoing his own. He froze. For a heartbeat, he considered fleeing, but curiosity gnawed at him. The figure followed him for 3 blocks before vanishing into the mist. The next day, Jennifer called him in alarm. "Irut, I think someone's following me." Panic laced her voice, but she sounded confused, almost questioning herself. Irut's pulse quickened. This could be a trap, or the perfect chance to intervene. Meanwhile, Du had begun his own investigations, hiring discreet security personnel, tracing digital breadcrumbs. He suspected Irut's growing involvement, but without proof, he could only move cautiously. Every security alert, every anomaly in Jennifer's routine, seemed like a thread pulled from an invisible loom, weaving Irut closer and closer to the center of their lives. Irut staged an encounter under the pretense of protecting Jennifer. She had noticed someone loitering near her apartment entrance, a man too vague to identify. Irut appeared as if by chance, stepping between her and the perceived threat. "Are you okay?" he asked, the heat in his chest masking the calculation in his eyes. Jennifer shivered, a mix of fear and attraction curling inside her. Du, watching from a distance, caught the tail end of the interaction and felt a spike of unease. Days later, Irut received a mysterious email, anonymous but precise. "Stop following her, or everything will end badly." Panic and adrenaline coiled inside him. Who knew? Was it Du? A random stranger? Or someone who had finally caught on to his obsessive games? The false lead was maddening. He couldn't determine whether it was a genuine threat or a ploy to unnerve him. That night, Jennifer disappeared for hours, claiming she had gone for a walk to clear her mind. Irut's paranoia spiraled. Every minute she was unaccounted for, he imagined danger, betrayal, or worse. When she returned, shaken but unharmed, she refused to explain where she had been. The secrecy only intensified Irut's fixation and Du's suspicion. Then came the gala, the perfect storm. Du, Jennifer, and Irut were all present, under the glittering chandeliers of a high-rise ballroom. Tension hummed like electricity. Irut maneuvered through the crowd with meticulous timing, intercepting Jennifer as if by accident. Du watched him, muscles tight, eyes narrowing. A loud crash shattered the pretense of elegance. A waiter had dropped a tray of champagne, sending glasses and liquid scattering across the marble floor. Jennifer slipped. Irut instinctively caught her, but in that same heartbeat, Du lunged toward the chaos, shielding her from a falling chandelier panel that no one had noticed dangling precariously. Hearts raced, adrenaline surged. Near miss. Irut's carefully staged scenario had collided with random danger, forcing him to improvise on the spot. Later, Jennifer confronted Irut privately. "Why do you keep putting yourself in these situations? I don't understand." Her voice trembled, not with fear of him, but with the storm of emotions he had stirred in her. He hesitated, then admitted, "Because I can't bear the thought of losing you, not even for a day. I want to be the one who keeps you safe, even if it means going too far." Meanwhile, Du uncovered a crucial detail, an anonymous account tracking Jennifer's location, timestamps correlating with Irut's sightings. It wasn't proof, but it was enough to ignite a plan. Du's calm, collected exterior began to crack. He realized the line between vigilance and obsession was dangerously thin. And then the major twist hit. Jennifer confessed something neither man expected. I knew he was watching me before any of this. But not like you think. I let it happen, to see who would act, to see who would care enough to cross lines. Both of you are dangerous in your own ways." Her words were a bombshell. The object of their obsessions was playing a game of her own. Irut staggered, caught between relief, exhilaration, and rage. Du's jaw tightened, a new fear sparking in his mind. Perhaps Jennifer had been manipulating them all along. The next days spiraled into a tense labyrinth of deception. Irut orchestrated another stage near-miss, only to find Jennifer had disappeared before he could intervene. Every lead he followed turned false, each attempt to protect or impress her met with calculated absence. Du, tracking the same signals, found himself blindsided by red herrings Jennifer had planted, deliberately forcing him to question his own judgment. Every encounter became a crucible of suspicion, desire, and paranoia. A delivery van blocked Irut's path just as he approached Jennifer's building. A mysterious car followed Du as he drove to meet her. Minor accidents and odd coincidences made them all question reality. The city itself became a character in their psychological game, a maze of mirrors and shadows. Jennifer's final confession in this phase brought them to the edge. "I've been testing both of you," she said softly, eyes glinting. "I needed to know who would fight, who would obsess, who would survive. And now, the real choice is mine." Her declaration ignited a firestorm inside Irut and Du. Neither could predict what she would do next. And as night fell, the three of them moved through the city like chess pieces, each step a calculated risk, each glance a question of loyalty, desire, and danger. The obsession, the paranoia, the near misses, they were only just beginning. No one could foresee who would emerge victorious, or if any of them would leave the game unscathed. Like, comment, and subscribe for more story.